Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where history isn't just old, it's oddly fascinating.
From forgotten facts to bizarre backstories, we dig into the dusty corners of time
So you don't have to. I'm Jody Lynn, your amateur historian and full-time trivia hoarder.
And I'm Ephraim, here for the facts and the fun.
So let's rewind the clock and press play on the past. Somewhere on the outskirts of town, far enough away to feel forgotten, and close enough to be tempting, there's a field of trampled grass, a place where strange music once drifted through midnight fog, where lights flickered like restless spirits, and where wonders and horrors lived side by side. Carnivals, the drifting worlds that appeared without warning, made their money, made their chaos, and vanished again before sunrise could even catch them.
Tonight, we're peeling back the tent flaps and stepping into the real story behind these traveling worlds. The beautiful, the bizarre, deceptive, criminal, and paranormal. Because carnivals are far more than funnel cakes and Ferris wheels. They're a tangled tapestry of human nature, its curiosities, darkness, illusions, and its longing for spectacle. Welcome to Echoes of the Past, and tonight we explore the long, dark, mystical history of carnivals.
Carnivals didn't begin as traveling shows. They began as rituals of misrule. Ancient Rome held Saturnalia, a festival where slaves became masters for a day. Nobles acted like fools, and social order flipped itself inside out. Medieval Europe expanded on this with Feast of Fools, Mardi Gras, and Carnival. Mass gatherings where anonymity, indulgence, and chaos were temporarily permitted. Masks became essential, and once you hid the face, you liberated the soul, or unleashed the monster. By the 15th century, Carnival literally meant the farewell to meat, a final explosion of freedom before the austerity of Lent. Music, dancing, feasts, games of chance, and fortune tellers filled the streets. The church hated the chaos, but recognized its usefulness. If people could purge their wildness once a year, maybe they'd behave the rest of the time. Doubt it. The merging of chaos, ritual, and moral policing became the blueprint for the traveling carnivals centuries later.
When Europe entered the Renaissance, skilled performers began leaving big cities and forming traveling troupes. Jugglers, puppet masters, contortionists, musicians, acrobats, and storytellers drifted from town to town like ghosts. But the real carnivals, the ones resembling what we think of today, began around the 18th and 19th centuries, when traveling fairs, vaudeville shows, and circuses merged into the wandering marvels. These included commedia dell'arte performers, knife throwers and escape artists, snake charmers and beast tamers, living curiosities, people with disabilities or unusual bodies, sideshow illusions, spiritualists, mediums, and mystics. An entire subculture was formed. People who didn't or couldn't live conventional lives found community beneath the carnival tent. But beneath the shimmering lights was a world fueled by exploitation, poverty, secrecy, crime, illusion, and survival through deception. Carnivals were beautiful, but they also were also dark by necessity.
Okay, let's talk about some big names here, or at least one big name. P.T. Barnum, the illusionist king. While the circus and the carnival are technically separate, their histories overlap, especially in America. Barnum perfected the art of hoaxes, gaffes, and manufactured wonder. Some highlights of his were the Fiji mermaid, a monkey torso sewn onto a fish tail, General Tom Thumb, a little person trained since childhood to entertain royalty, Joyce Heth, an enslaved elderly woman he advertised as George Washington's 161-year-old nurse. Barnum tapped into something deeply human. People like being deceived when the lie is entertaining. Carnivals across the country took note, and by the 1890s, traveling carnivals exploded across the U.S. after the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893, which then introduced electric lights, mechanical rides, exotic exhibitions, streets of Cairo, illusion theaters, early horror attractions, and suddenly every town wanted its own miniature World's Fair.
Sideshow performers, freak show performers to the old vocabulary, were the emotional core of the carnival. Big names: Joseph Merrick, the Elephant Man.
I've heard of him.
I have too. Schlitzley, Inspiration for Freaks from 1932. The Hilton sisters were conjoined twins. Johnny Eck was a half boy, like just like half a body.
Do you know the jokes that people will do for Halloween where they dress up as half woman, half man?
Oh yeah.
That's essentially.
The Lobster Boy, Grady Stiles Jr. Many of these performers were exploited, but many also earned more money than normal people. They gained independence, formed lifelong communities, and became celebrities in their own right. The truth of Sideshow is morally complicated, not simply cruel or noble. I know, she's freaking tweaking in there.
Carnivals developed a reputation for being dens of
You're gonna fall over.
pickpockets, con artists, rigged games, traveling criminals hiding under fake names, illicit drinking and gambling, prostitution, exploitation of workers, and some carnivals were owned quietly by organized crime families, especially in Chicago, New York, Atlantic City, and New Orleans. The Carney Code evolved as both survival and secrecy. Don't talk, don't snitch, and don't tell the rubes anything they don't need to know. Carnies created their own slang, their own rules, and their own justice systems. Killings, disappearances, and unresolved crimes followed carnivals like shadows.
Brazil's Carnival. Explosive color, samba, masks, religious syncretism, and African cultural roots. The most joyful carnival, but also a history steeped in colonization, resistance, spiritual blending, political protest, and Venice. The world capital of mass. Carnivals here is ancient, elegant, but also historically filled with espionage, secret societies, noble scandals, mass assassinations, and India's Ramelia fairs. Huge theatrical reenactments of Hindu mythology, beautiful, communal, spiritual, Japan's festival carnivals, from Nebuda to Awa Adori. Many involve spirits, demons, and ancestral ghosts. Caribbean carnivals, a rebellion against colonial oppression, dances, costumes, and masquerades woven from a long history of resistance. Every culture has a carnival, but their meanings are very different.
Carnivals collect conspiracy theories the way old tents collect dust. Some of the most common carnivals are covers for human trafficking, sometimes true historically. Carnivals using coded symbols to identify towns with weak law enforcement. Occult ritual origins tied to early European festivals. Clowns as psychological warfare or ancient trickster spirits. Traveling carnivals hiding fugitives from law enforcement. Mysterious disappearances linked to carnival routes. And midway ghosts, workers claiming carnival rides are frequently haunted. One long-running rumor claims that certain carnivals kept real mummified bodies as props, some of which were only discovered decades later.
By the 1960s and 80s, carnivals suffered huge blows. Television replaced local entertainment, labor laws tightened, sideshows were banned, rising costs made traveling unsustainable, safety regulations shut down dangerous rides, new amusement parks overshadowed traveling shows. Carnivals didn't die, but they faded into a kind of ghostly half-life, a relic of the past, wandering but less powerful, like an aging spirit refusing to leave the world. Carnivals thrive in fiction because they sit between wonder and dread.
Let's talk about some movies and TV shows. Some movies that feature carnivals are Something Wicked This Way Comes, Freaks, of course, like we said, from 1932, Carnivals of Souls, The Funhouse, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which, didn't they just make a new one of those?
They made a video game for it.
Was it? I thought they made a new movie.
No.
Nightmare Alley, and then TV, American Horror Story, Freak Show, Carnival, Scooby-Doo episodes, and the Twilight Zone carnival-themed stories. I love the TV show called Carnival. Just let her out. Anyways, if you are into, like, kind of spooky TV shows, that is a really good one to watch. I think there's only 2 seasons, but it's a play on good versus evil, and talking about how the Antichrist, and then, of course, the carnivals. It's a really good one, though. Can you think of any other movies or TV shows?
In the animated movie, Haunted House, or the house is alive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that dude's, the old guy's wife was part of a carnival.
Yeah, she was,
She's like a really big woman.
Yeah.
And then she died and haunts the house.
I always forget that movie exists.
Or Monster House.
I think it's Monster House. Haunted House is the one with Eddie Murphy in it.
Yeah.
Also, good movie. Completely off topic. I can't think of any other ones.
I mean, you also got like Batman related stuff with like the Joker. I'm sure I haven't seen like a lot of the cartoons.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't
sure
seen
there's
any
like
of those.
I'm sure there's like a couple that are like carnival themed here and there in the different series.
Yeah.
Series.
Yeah, I can't think of any either.
Video games. BioShock Infinite in the opening once you get to Columbia. The Quarry, Bloodborne.
The Quarry? Didn't we play that?
Yeah.
I don't remember there being a carnival
Well,
in that.
it's probably further in the game.
True, we didn't get very far.
Just played the opening and that's kind of it.
I think I've watched most of it, but yeah, I haven't seen that part.
Bloodborne. It's like set in like a weird kind of. It's like England, but worse, way worse. That's all I can tell you. Until Dawn. And Resident Evil 7. Fairground horror imagery.
Have you played that one?
Resident Evil 7. Like a little bit past the intro when you fight your wife when she has the chainsaw.
Not your jam.
I gotta try it again. Until Dawn, I played that one. It's only really like a small portion before like the actual Wendigos show up.
Really?
Yeah. What else can I think? Oh, Dead by Daylight. One of the killers comes from a carnival.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, the clown. He kills people and cuts off their thumbs and wears it on a hoop on his hip. Even has a map where it has like a tiny little carnival.
Do you, kind of off topic to the specific part we're talking about, but did you know that the carnivals are the reason so many people have fears of clowns?
Yeah.
I just thought it was a thing, and then I started looking into it, and I was like, oh, that's where that comes from.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of video games that have, like, carnival themed.
I wish there were. I think that'd be really interesting.
Yeah,
theme for video games. Because you could make it either horror, survival, you can make it into so many different things, I think.
Yeah, the first Resident Evil, or not Resident Evil, the first, like, a Batman game, has a carnival themed level.
Does it?
Yeah, where you're chasing the Joker. It's kind of it, really.
I think her purrs are getting picked up by the microphone.
That's all I can think of.
Books?
Books. Ray Bradbury's Something Wicked Wicked This Way Comes.
I know, every time I read that, I'm like, wait, hold on.
Catherine Dune's Geek Love. Aaron Morgenstern's The Night Circus. Okay. In fiction, carnivals represent temptation, magic, corruption, liminality, and the blurring of reality and illusion.
Talking about books, one book that does kind of feature a little bit is the Ugly series. They do have it in there. Not as like a dark thing, but it's like a hallucinogenic type of thing. There's a weird amount of smut that is carnival based.
Clown smut.
It's fucking clowns and like just carnies in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know carnies are supposed to be bad people. I don't know if they are. I can't think of any other movies, games, or anything that would go with it.
Disenchantment.
Oh yeah, they do have.
Yeah,
an
when
episode.
they go to
Don't they have more than one?
the Steam City.
Steam City, yeah.
I forgot what it's called. One of the antagonists of the episodes runs like a carnival kind of place where he's got like fake attractions and like real ones. So like the mermaid one you were saying, he has like an actual mermaid.
Didn't they get stuck in there?
What?
Like he tried to make them part of the carnival?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Elfo, he had Elfo locked up for a bit.
Elfo.
What other creatures they had?
Elfo's a cuck.
How?
And just, he gives off that energy.
Okay. He also, the character who ran it, also had his son locked up as an attraction. A lady pretending to be bodiless, like just her head. She did fortunes. And there's a couple other just creatures too. A racist deer.
A racist.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't remember that episode very much. Okay. So the spirit of the carnival in folklore often describes traveling carnivals as harbingers of change, omens, places where the veil is thin, and realms where wanderers, outcasts, and spirits coexist. Some cultures believe you should never fall asleep alone on carnival grounds. Mirrors inside carnival tents can trap spirits. Old funhouses attract ghosts like magnets, and masks retain the energy of whoever wore them last. Carnivals are liminal spaces, half in our world and half somewhere elder. Did you ever hear the stories of like the kids running off to the carnival?
Yeah, all the time.
And I'm
gonna run off and join the circus.
Yeah, I'm gonna join the circus. How closely do you think the circus and the carnival actually are?
Well, like you said, carnivals are traveling, so they go wherever they can make money. But then I think circuses are just like stationary. They pop up at one time during the year, or however often, and then that's it.
Yeah, I don't think carnivals really had animals like the circus did. And I feel like the circus is more animal based and like performer based.
Yeah.
Whereas the carnival had more of the things that people were like, "Oh, that's odd," you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate has a carnival.
I wouldn't know.
You don't know how to level.
Because I tried to, and then you know what happens? The goblins and all the other critters fucking bitch smack me.
I don't understand, because I played it the first time and I went through perfectly fine.
Yeah, I get up to the point where you have to help hold off the goblin attack or join them, and then I get my shit schwacked by either side, regardless of what side I choose.
I don't understand how you do that.
I don't know. And then my fucking character and companions are like the most unlucky people ever too. You go to fucking smack a dude with a sword, oh, you miss. Bitch, he's like less than a foot away. How do you fucking miss? He's standing there
menacingly. But yeah, there is a carnival in there. Once you get past the Grove, and the next town you get into, or main town, I should say, main town that you get into, has a carnival going on where a fake clown, he's like actually like a demon or some kind of weird thing, who's impersonating said clown, is performing and terrorizing the animals of the show and the onlookers, and they feel like they find out that you're a bad person, technically, or that you got a worm in your head, and they don't. It all just kind of goes to hell from there. And then you find out that he's a bad man. He's not real. And the original clown is in like 5 different parts across the city, and you gotta go find him. So that the lady can sew him back together and bring him back to life as a sideshow. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's real weird. What else would you like to say about the Carnival? Do you think that they should have banned sideshows?
Yeah, it's like exploiting people for money.
But if they choose to do it, why is it bad?
Because it's still exploitation for money, regardless if they choose it or not. It's like getting a bunch of midgets. Because what I can think of, like getting a bunch of midgets.
Sir, they're called little people.
I don't give a fuck. They're midgets. Same shit. You know what I'm talking about. It's like getting a bunch of them. And like having them do stuff, whether they like or whether they want to or not, it's still exploiting them because they're little.
So wouldn't that not be midget wrestling? Is that not exactly what you just said?
Yeah, that's exactly what.
And they're allowed to do it.
Yeah. But they fucking do it, then they get paid, and then they go home. They don't get locked in a cage at the end of the night.
Carnival people didn't really get locked in cage unless they just were hellions.
I don't know. Every movie and show I've seen with carnivals, they're all sitting in those like train cars or whatever they are, in a cage. So
I don't know. I think sometimes they would, like if they were really bad carnivals, where they like kidnapped people because they were different. But I think a lot of them are also like, hey, you're never gonna make money or get a job or be loved. Come work for me and I'll pay you and I'll give you board.
yeah. But how are we supposed to know that's actually going on?
That's it.
Because you can walk up there and be like, oh yeah, I'm happy to be here and blah, 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 blah. But then like behind the scenes, they've been kidnapped or whatever.
Or drugged.
Or they're being held hostage or some shit, How are you supposed to know?
That's true. I don't know. I think the carnival is a very dark thing that a lot of people kind of hid behind. Like we said earlier, especially the human trafficking. I think that was a big thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the rumor of the kids running away to the circus. I think that they stole children and like wrote in a letter to their parents like, I am so and so and I have run off to the circus. Don't come looking,
Yeah.
And then of course inevitably the parents are going to go looking, and then they never find them. So can you think of anything else to talk about before we finish for the carnivals?
No.
Okay. I mean, maybe that's why carnivals have lasted so long. They adapt, they morph, they fade, but never vanish. They exist in that strange place between wonder and danger, innocence and corruption, dream and nightmare.
And even now, somewhere on the edges of a forgotten parking lot, you can hear a generator rumble to life, lights flicker, music start to drift through the air, and the carnival breathes again.
Before we finish out completely and we say our goodbyes, we do want to hit on one thing. Our episode schedule is going to have to change. We are going to have to figure out different days to do this, because somebody got a job that's a different hour of the day. So we may change it to either one day a week for a bit, or keep with the two and just pre-record the second episode. But we'll keep y'all up to date on our socials, and then also we will update the Twitch schedule so that y'all can see it on there as well. As always, thank y'all for listening and being around. We are very appreciative that y'all are here. If you have any suggestions for episodes or would like to share your own story to add to the podcast, or anything like that, you can email us at echosofthepast.pod@gmail.com. You can also message us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitch, or leave a comment on the Spotify. We wish you a great rest of your week, and happy Thanksgiving if we don't talk to y'all till then. Toodles!
Thanks for wandering through history with us on Echoes of the Past.
If you liked what you heard, subscribe, rate us, and tell that one friend who still quotes fun facts at parties.
And remember, history may repeat itself,
but we promise not to. See you in the next Echo.